Click-through rate. What is it and why does it matter? Welcome back to Leap. Today we'll be looking at click-through rate and why it matters. Click-through rate, or CTR, is the percentage of people clicking on your ads compared to the people seeing your ads. It's a very common metric we use when analysing campaign performance. To calculate click-through rate, you divide the amount of people clicking on your ads by the amount of people seeing your ads and times this by 100 to get a percentage. This is the same on shopping, text, display or video campaigns, and it's also the same on other marketing platforms like Facebook. The good news is that Google Ads has actually done the heavy lifting for us and we don't need to work this out manually. It's actually a selectable column on the Google Ads dashboard and it can be viewed at campaign, ad group, products, device level, among others. A really common question I get asked as a marketer is what is a good click-through rate? And believe me, it's hard to quantify this for an individual business or even an individual product. Google, and really the wider marketing community, usually cites 1% as a good click-through rate for a shopping campaign and 5% for a text campaign. Whilst I do use these as benchmarks for when I'm optimizing and running campaigns, it's also important to understand the nuances of click-through rate. For instance, if you're selling branded products such as Nike trainers or Sony headphones, it's likely that customers will be making a decision to purchase from you before they've even gotten to your website. The popularity of these products means that they're very well known in terms of their specs and descriptions and what those products are, which means people don't actually need to visit the website before they know that they're going to purchase from you. If you are selling brand new, self-branded products, then it's more likely that you'll need a higher click-through rate to make this a success. The reason being is that as your products are fairly unknown, it's unlikely that a user browsing around Google will have any idea what your product actually is without getting onto the website. Without getting onto the website, they're not going to have enough information to even consider becoming a purchaser for your products. Despite these considerations, let's use 1% as a good benchmark to be hitting on your shopping campaigns, and let's have a look at why we might not be hitting this number. The first reason you might not be hitting your desired click-through rate is the appearance of your shopping ad, and more specifically, the product titles and product images within your ads. For product titles, it is best to include brand name, product type, and material within that product title. While this information might be found in the individual metrics on the Google Shopping tab, most users don't actually make it that far and make a lot of purchase decisions based off the top bar on the main Google page. A product title without this information is unlikely to fill a user with confidence and therefore is unlikely to lead to a click and a sale. More accurate product titles will also result in you appearing in the correct auctions for your products, which again improves click-through rates and conversion rates. Images are another thing to consider when looking at click-through rates. A good quality image for Google Shopping is a clear picture of the product on a white background without branding or promotion. Google is starting to adopt lifestyle images into its algorithm for Google Shopping, but my best practice as a marketer is that white background images always perform best. It's worthwhile taking some time to look at your main competitors on Google Shopping and to look at best practices for your industry for images. A high quality image will provide brand trust for your products and therefore encourage more visitors to your site. Another big reason you might not be hitting a 1% click-through rate on your shopping campaign is that you're not appearing in relevant auctions for your products. A big way to combat this is to make sure you're always launching campaigns with a negative keyword list. However, if you're new to an industry and you have no historical data, it can be hard to generate that list. However, there are some best practices that I like to use as a marketer. Firstly, one best practice to use when launching new campaigns is to add third-party marketplaces such as Amazon, eBay and Etsy to your negative keyword list. It's also important to add competitors to this negative keyword list as well. The reason for this is that users who are looking for these third-party marketplace sites or your competitors are unlikely to click or even buy from a website they've never heard from before. It's also important to consider which products could be confused with your own. For instance, if you're selling horse saddles, it would be useful to add bicycle saddles or motorbike saddles as negative keywords, as Google could confuse these two searches and therefore lead you to appearing in irrelevant auctions. So you might be wondering, why does this all matter? One reason why click-through rate matters to your Google Shopping campaigns is that you've got to be generating users from those campaigns. Whilst impressions are free, without getting customers onto your website, then they're not going to be customers at all, which is why it's important that we make every impression that we can into a click. There are only a limited amount of auctions that you can appear in for your products and for your industry, so we have to make the most of each individual auction. As long as your traffic is relevant, which you can view using the search term report, then there's no harm in getting extra clicks onto your website. Finally, another reason why this matters is Google's ad quality score. Whilst we could and will do a video on Google ad quality, The main thing to consider is Google wants to put good quality ads in front of its users. Google measures ad quality looking at product titles, image titles, website experience, but also conversion and click-through rates. If Google believes that your products and your ads have a high conversion rate and a high click-through rate, then that means a better quality score. This then means that you'll appear higher in auctions. It means you'll have to bid less to get in these auctions, which means that you'll get a better return on your campaigns. Thank you for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something about click-through rates. If you have liked this, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you next time.